What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today is so exciting because we are going to be listening to Brat, and it's completely different, but it's still Brat. I was obsessed with the original Brat album that came out. I didn't do a reaction to it on my channel, and I really regret that. Like, I wish I would have filmed my reaction because I just enjoyed it so much. But we get a second chance. We get a second chance. It's been very hard putting this off. I think it's come out now like a week ago. I'm recording this on October 19th. Yeah, I've been dodging it. I've been dodging it left and right because I wanted to react to it and like contribute some content to the Charlie space. Also, if I have a really bad fake British accent during any of this, I literally can't help it. I just can't. So don't judge me.
Yeah, Charlie, I love your accent, by the way.
Oh, thanks, babe. Appreciate it.
You think I might try talking like you this week?
Yeah, that'd be a cracking good time, yeah.
You're finally on top.
Anyway, from everything I've heard about the remix album, I know that it is completely different from the original Brat. Like, I just know it is. I've heard people say that. But it's still her. Like, it's still Brat. It's just like a complete overhaul of the songs that we were given with the original Brat album. Every single track has a guest on it, and that's also really exciting because she's bringing other people, other artists into this world. So I've already heard like a handful of songs just due to them being released as like singles, but there's still so much for us to get into. She said, "Thank you for the love for this new version of Brat. I've always had a bit of an issue with songs coming out and being cemented as one thing for eternity. I think songs are endless and have the possibility to be continuously broken down, reworked, changed, morphed, mutilated into something completely unrecognizable. That's what I was wanting to do with this record, and I'm so happy that all the collaborators on this record were so open to exploring and reinterpreting the songs with me. Thank you to every single artist and producer and mixer who was involved, and thank you for turning this around so fucking quickly. OMG, it was the best chaotic few weeks of my life. I love you all." She really is taking all the original songs and like completely reworking them. This is a remix. This isn't her just placing an artist on on like a track that already exists, calling it a remix. That's what a lot of people do, but this is not what she's doing. She is completely rechanging all the songs and completely reworking them. And like you can just tell she's just worked her ass off doing this, and I'm really excited to listen. So the first one is 360 featuring Robyn and Young Lean. Robyn is a Swedish singer, songwriter, record producer. Young Lean, also a Swedish recording artist. Robyn and Charlie met 15 years ago when they were both touring Australia. Sounds just like the OG.
They all wanna sound like me, all wanna be like Lean. Dress so fresh and so clean, rock with the diamonds on the sleeve. Even in the Stockholm breeze, get with Robyn on the beat.
Party, 3 white lines, but the
This is so different.
I can see the flesh, just demon at a party.
This is so different.
Make him in the northeast, yeah, I hear it calling.
Pick it up, darling, London calling. When I go prancing, yeah, I go all in. Hey, why you do it so cold? I'm the realest ever, yeah. That's what I've been told. It's another
Got
own.
that supersonic, push up on it, right in your
Oh.
ear. I got that supersonic, starship coming right over here.
Wait a minute. So this kind of gives me like 2000s, maybe late 2000s hip hop. I need to run it back on some of these lyrics really quick because this is a little crazy. Get with Robyn on the beat. I just love how she makes everything so personal. Mayor of my town, David Beckham and the Naughties. It's just like the vibe of this gives me such like nostalgic hip hop from like the 2000s.
This moment, push up on it, right over here. I got that supersonic, push up on it, right in your ear.
Like Fergie vibes from like the 2000s, like that one album, that one first album she had. Do you guys know what I mean?
We got that.
Got that really very special language, no one understands it. 3 child stars out here doing damage.
The supersonic, push up on it, right in your ear.
You know what this is reminding of? I finally remembered that Fergie song that's like, first class.
Up in the sky, popping champagne, living my life.
So that was the first on the remix track. I think I'll always love the OG one for that one more because it's just a little too iconic. But that was a fun one. I don't know who Robyn and Young Lean is, but they really killed that. They really killed that. Next is another iconic song that she's done by herself, Club Classics, featuring trickz, which don't know who that is either. George helped produce this one. Who's trickz? It's not telling me. Oh, it's a Spanish artist, trickz. And trickz is a longtime partner and collaborator with George. Oh, trickz is really hot. trickz is cute. Oh. This is very different. It's kind of like going crazy right now. Ooh, we're getting it. We're getting it there.
When I go to the club, I wanna hear the classics. When I go to the club, I wanna hear the classics.
Oh my gosh.
When I go to the club, I wanna hear the classics. When I go to the club, I wanna hear the classics. It's like 365 party girl. Should we do a little key? Should we have a little line? Wanna club? Yeah, I'm 365 party girl.
Ooh, this is a vibe. This is like club classics on speed. Oh. Okay, Spanish. I don't know what she's saying. A baddie in the club, a brat in the club. I do know that. This is different. This is definitely like same but different.
Same, but different. But still same.
This is overstimulation. Oh, wow. I did like that one. That was a good remix. Obviously, guys, like I said, Club Classics is like one of my favorite songs off of the original. So I can't even fathom even thinking that something could like it just this isn't better than that in my opinion. But it's like a nice like part 2 of it. It's like the after 3 a.m. version. Kind of like the dark version.
I like to go nuts. I like to lose myself on stage. I like to scream. I like to holler. I like to break things. I like to yell.
BB Tricks was giving us some tricks. That was pretty good. Sympathy is a Knife featuring Ariana Grande. And when I tell you guys that I've really had to dodge this song because I feel like every other TikTok is this song. So I'm excited to finally be able to listen to it and like enjoy the content that is surrounding this song on TikTok. Ariana Grande, like gagged. I know like everybody wanted Taylor Swift to be part of this song because the song is allegedly about Taylor Swift. And clowning wasn't in my plan. Like I did not ever think that Taylor Swift would come on this remix and like that would happen. It's a little bit too good to be true, you know? Like I just don't think that would have happened. But that would have been so cool. And maybe one day we would get them collaborating, but I just don't even think they're in the same like realm of talking to each other or like I just don't even think that's on either of their minds. Ariana Grande is a great choice for this because she's definitely someone that can probably relate to a lot of the lyrics in this song. And it'll be interesting to see how they really change this up. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. Oh my gosh.
It's a knife when you know they're waiting for you to choke. It's a knife when the journalist doesn't misquote. Body says they like the old me and not the new me, and I'm like, who the fuck is she?
So this is interesting because this is like a totally different song so far.
It's a knife one. I'm sick of this. It's a knife one. It's a knife when you know they're counting on your mistakes.
Oh.
It's a knife when you're so pretty they think it must be fake. It's a knife when
Tea.
you dissect your body on the front page. It's a knife when they won't believe you. Why should you explain? It's a knife when the mean fans hate the nice fans. When somebody says sorry, I think you've totally changed. It's a knife.
No shit.
They like the old me and not the new me, and I'm like, who the fuck is she? 'Cause it's a knife when you're finally on top.
Wait a minute, that literally like that verse gave me chills. I'm not even like a big like Arianator or whatever, but that gave me chills because I really think she can relate to that. When she says it's a knife when the mean fans hate the nice fans, she's literally like, guys, I see you guys clowning on Twitter. What are you doing? Stan wars are a little too intense sometimes. Let's think about that. And when at the end where she goes, and I'm like, who the fuck is she? And she does the little auto tune when they put Ariana Grande into the auto tune space for this song, like, because it just makes sense, right? It's Brat. It's like auto tune is like its thing. And I like that. Ariana Grande, like, it just makes her feel a little bit more part of this album doing the little auto tune thing. I like that.
Logically, the next step is they wanna see you fall to the bottom. It's a knife when you're finally on top.
Auto tune! Auto tune Grande.
It's a knife when.
If you see me doing this at the club, just know I'm thinking about Sympathy as a knife. Oh. my gosh. That noise was crazy, y'all. That noise was so crazy. That definitely has to be my favorite so far. And like I said, guys, I'm not really a big Ariana Grande fan. I'm fine with her, but it's not like I was like, oh yes, like we need to get Miley and Charlie XCX on a song together. I'm manifesting that at some point. Next one is I Might Say Something Stupid featuring So Ironic, the 1975, and John Hopkins. The 1975 Maddie Healy does say something stupid. This I Might Say Something Stupid is probably a reoccurring theme or thought in his mind. So I really love that. This is very real. This is very authentic to him. Perfect song on the album if you're going to bring your fiance's band in. I think when a lot of people think of the 1975, they do think of Maddie Healy. Sorry, George. But it's always like the front runner, you know, it's always like the lead singer people are initially thinking of. So this is just perfect. I think that it'll just be like a fun callback to everything every time he said something stupid. This is already giving 1975. Oh. This is gonna be slow.
I could say something small,
Deep.
but I might say something stupid.
I'm sorry, I really don't mean to laugh. This is a very long first verse, I must say.
I don't know if I belong here anymore.
What's gonna happen? I'm waiting on it. We're 2 minutes in and we've gotten through one verse. It's kinda crazy.
I eat a lot like a fly. I get nervous and sip the wine. Don't worry, it's pretty common. It happens to lots of guys. Medicine makes me a problem. I'm famous, but I'm not quite.
Ooh, I like this little part. Oh, it's like it wanted to speed it up, but then I was like, wait a minute.
House in LA, thinking of giving up everything. Medicine makes him a problem. I'm famous, but I'm not quite.
Okay.
Well done, mama.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in that. I was just hoping for a little something more. Like, we only got 3 verses in total, and I'd say half of the song was the first verse. It was just very slow in the beginning, like it didn't speed up to the last minute, and that might be a creative decision, whatever. You know, that's probably what it is. I do really think he relates to the lyricism in this song, though. Yeah, he helped write this with George. Rot in your house in a tie, putting my skin into anything. What does he mean by that? I eat a lot like a fly. I get nervous and sip the wine. Relatable. Don't worry, it's pretty common. It happens to lots of guys. So him talking about like his anxiety is kind of leading him to drinking, maybe. Medicine makes me a problem. I'm famous, but not quite. That's kind of like what Charlie has said a lot, right? Like she is like super famous, but she's not at the same time. Yeah, like I said, I kind of wish we had a little bit more, but probably a creative decision. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, next we're listening to Talk Talk. Absolutely one of my favorite songs, remixes that she or Troye has ever done. I love this remix. I listen to it almost every day. I'm not even lying. And I got to see them perform this live, which was just, it made me love it even more. You know how sometimes when you see a song live, you either like are not really into it, and then after you see it live, you love it. Well, I already loved this, saw it live, and somehow that love for this song like expanded more than I could even imagine. Troye, baby.
Vengan.
You're leaving things in my head. I'll be honest, you scare me. My life's supposed to be a party. Cause we talk that talk, yeah, we talk all night, baby.
Talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish, talk to me in your own made up language. Doesn't matter if I understand it.
Come see me, we got
I love this remix way more than the original. But it's still like kind of feels like an extended edition of the original song, but just a little bit more spice, you know? I don't know, Troye really brings it to this song, and I just feel like they're so good together. Like their chemistry is so good.
Okay, here's the plan. I wanna fly you out to Amsterdam.
Wait a minute, what? Guys, I'm learning something new, even though I've heard this song. Dua Lipa helps do the outro. Wait, that makes so much sense. Oh my god, and then her outro, the French lines roughly translate in English too. I lost my phone, but you know what? It was worth it because it was an insane party. Oh my god, that kind of calls to her newest album, Radical Optimism, when she speaks in French for French Exit. Go watch my reaction if you haven't yet. Go do that. Wait, and she's in the beginning too? It sounds like her.
Yeah, last night was crazy. Let's do it again. Shall we go back to my place?
Okay, this next little underground indie song is titled Von Dutch Remix with A.G. Cook and Addison Rae. Also another remix I've heard because it was a single. Like, we just learned something new in the last one. So who knows? Maybe we'll learn something new looking at Genius while reacting to this song, even though, you know, we've already listened to it, but we gotta go through the motions.
I'm just living that life. Fun Dutch cult classic, but I still pop. Pack the LV cases. Got a lot to say about my debut. I guess it makes sense, 'cause I'm just living that life. Just wanna scream my name on and on, 'cause I'm just living that.
Every time I hear this song, I'm still not over it. It's so freaking good. I just love the fact that Charlie XCX like adopted Addison Rae into her little like clique, and like honestly, ever since Charlie XCX took Addison Rae under her wing, Addison Rae has just been flourishing. Like Diet Pepsi, I'm not gonna lie, before Diet Pepsi came out, I was a little like, okay, Addison, who do you think you are? Why are you a pop star? This is so random. Addison's really finding her own lane. Didn't make sense until it happened, and now it's like it makes sense because it just works so well together. This is one that I do like the remix way more than the original. It's just a little too good.
I'm just living that life.
This is a little too iconic.
I'm just living that
Candace from Phineas and Ferb screaming. Ready? It's just so good. Like, I literally contemplating getting Von Dutch tattooed on me, and I didn't even know what it meant. Like, that's how much this song impacted me. We are going into track number 7, Everything is Romantic, featuring Caroline Polachek. I'm probably not saying that right. Very exciting. I don't know who this is either. She has a lot of like niche artist friends. It's like either someone like this or Ariana Grande. Like there's no in between. The original Everything is Romantic is one that I really like wasn't too into until I saw her play it live during the Sweat tour. And then I was like, okay, this song goes hard. And that's when I got into it, was after I saw it live.
Fallen.
This is not what I was expecting.
Fall in love again.
Ooh, I love how there's no music. So this is Caroline.
Walk to the studio soaking wet. A cab tag on a bus stop sign.
Oh, I love this.
Catch a face in the window pane. What's up? It's me. That's mine.
Hey girl, what's up? How you been? I think I need your advice.
It's crazy. I was just thinking of you was on your mind.
Oh, that's like a conversation.
I'm thinking about work all the time.
Oh. It's like you're living the dream, but you're not living your life. Deep.
Did I lose my perspective? Everything's still romantic, right?
Late nights in black silk in East London.
Oh my gosh. She's like, everything's still romantic, right? Calling back to the original song.
Fall in love again and again. Late nights in black silk in East London.
Caroline is when she's doing the like fall in love again and again. I love how she like does it kind of like a ladder. So she'll start with fall and then she'll go into fall in. Fall. Like, I think that's so cool and like not what I was expecting at all, but it works.
Fall in love again and again. Fall in
romantic. This woman can sing. Damn, she is serving vocals.
Headphones on, I hit play. All things change in the blink of an eye.
This is a deep song.
Charlie calls from a photo set. Living that life is romantic, right?
Living that life is romantic, right? Everything is Romantic Part 2, like the sequel to Everything is Romantic. It's very much giving that, very much mothering with that. Another exciting song, because sometimes I just want to rewind. This is with someone called Bladee, a Swedish rapper. Oh, apparently Rewind is the first remix that she recorded for the Brat Remix album. Ooh. Kind of sounds like it already.
Sometimes I just wanna rewind. I just wanna rewind.
Maybe I need a reality check. Sometimes no, I just gotta say less. All this money makes me competitive. Gotta get more, living all access.
I must confess I'm under
Don't
stress.
make the time again.
Even with everything on deck, I'm only thinking about less.
Bladee definitely adds, like, this is presenting itself as more internal thoughts with Bladee being on this track. I must confess I'm under stress. I'm under pressure in my head. I'm 6 feet down beneath myself. I'm trying to catch up with my breath. She's so real.
The reality check. Sometimes no, I just gotta say less. Sometimes I wanna wake up dead.
I must confess I'm under stress.
Girl.
Bring the beat back. Press rewind.
I like the little beats that are just coming in. I do love how in verse 2 they say 360, find a way to deal the shadow spreads across the field. Ooh. I want to press rewind on rewind, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I liked it. That like got pretty deep, to be honest. And I know she's always very like honest about how she feels about fame and the pressure she has had to like be a pop star or whatever. So I love that she just continues to like dig deep and serve us. People could look at this at face value and be like, what is this EDM, techno, pop, whatever. Looking at the lyrics, it's some of the most deep music that has been released, like modern pop music as far as that goes. It's some of the most deep that's been released in the last few years. Like people don't take it like that serious because, you know, it's fun party music, but if you look at the lyrics are pretty deep. Okay, so this next one is So I featuring A.G. Cook. This was a deep song on the original album, so very interesting to see how it tracks with what the remix is. I love that she included A.G. on this because the original song and this probably being about their friend Sophie who had passed away, it only makes sense for him to be the collaborator on this because like he was also very close with Sophie, so I think that's like a great callback to that. And I hope this isn't like too sad. Kind of a sad sound.
Now I wanna think about all the good times. First met on the outskirts of Stockholm, all your things in a black suitcase. First day made room in the basement. Now I wanna think about all the good times in Texas in matching latex. That's as cool as I'm ever gonna feel.
Oh, that first verse already. First day made room in the basement. That is one of my favorite Charlie XCX songs. First time I ever felt alive on stage in Texas in matching latex. That's as cool as I'm ever gonna feel. I'm crying.
Now I wanna think about all the good times. Me and AG on Mulholland, crazy Uber straight from a video shoot. Got a birthday cake on the way. It's best night ever in Arco Santi. So many friends right there in the audience. When I look back, what the fuck was I wearing? Now I wanna think about all the good times.
This song is really her being like, okay, so now like I want to think about and share all the good times I had with you. Kind of like the stages of like mourning and grieving is like you could constantly remember the sadness that you feel about like losing someone, but then share all the good times because like I don't know, it doesn't make you feel happy, but it gives you a little bit of like glimpse of how it was when they were there and putting your like mental state back in the place of those good times you had with whoever you lost. So I love that she's doing that and the fact that she's putting it into this like very high profile remix album that so many people like me, like I'm literally reading all the good times they had here. It's like a good memorial for Sophie because she's like sharing all their good times that not all of them, but at least some of the good times that she had with her. She's turning like a very like originally sad and grieving song into we're celebrating her life. Like we're celebrating who she was as a person. Guys.
Now I wanna think about all the good times. Like the first time I heard your music, my ex-boyfriend played your SoundCloud. That moment really changed my life.
My ex-boyfriend played your SoundCloud. That moment really changed my life. I wonder who her ex-boyfriend was. She said in 2017, she told Rolling Stone, "At first I was just a fan. My ex-boyfriend put me onto Sophie." I wonder who that was. It's like spaceships. I don't know. I might like that one more than the original. You need to leave. I don't know. I usually have to like sleep on it, but that was pretty good. I loved it. The next song is exciting and also one that I've listened to before because it was a single. We have Girl So Confusing featuring Lorde. And you know what? Sometimes it really is so confusing being a girl. I think every girl can relate to a lot of the lyrics in this song. I think it is really interesting that it was like the day before Charlie released the original Brat album that Charlie left Lorde a voice note discussing how she felt. And then they literally worked it out on the remix. I could think of a few people that should work it out on the remix. And then I could also think of a few people that have worked it out on the remix for sure. Girl, how do you feel being a girl? How do you feel being a dog, Charlie? Wasn't there like a clip of like someone interviewing Charlie or vice versa and thinking they were like the other person? If your job is to interview someone, you should probably know who it is. Second, just because they're both brunette and they both kind of have similar hair doesn't make them like look alike to me. The like Charlie XCX and lore is honestly too good.
Well, honestly, I was speechless when I woke up to your voice. Let's work it out on the remix. You walk like a bitch. When I was 10, someone said that, and it's just self-defense until you're big.
I just want to know, like, if somebody told me that I walked like a bitch when I was 10, like, that probably would stick with me because what does that even mean, first of all? How does one walk like a bitch? And then also, why is someone telling you that at 10 years old? Like, that lyric will always be funny to me.
It's you and me on the coin. The industry loves to spend. And when we put this to bed, the internet will go crazy. I'm glad I know how.
And the internet did go crazy.
Charlie.
And they really did work it on the remix. Next is Apple. This is one that I really love. You know, I'm a huge fan of the Apple dance. Very exciting to see the Japanese house on here. I'm not like a huge fan, but I do like a few of their songs. I'm not gonna lie, my boyfriend keeps jamming this remix because he loves the Japanese house and he said it's so good. And every time he tries to play it around me, I'm like, I need to save my ears for the reaction video. So I probably have heard like a little bit of this, but I haven't really listened to the whole thing yet. So
I've been looking at you so long now. You made me so sad, so sad. You making me so sad, so sad.
ooh. This is like the perfect combination of like Japanese house's like music and Charlie XCX's. Ooh, that was a fun one. I loved it. Like I said, a very like good combination of both of their kinds of music. Yeah, it was very short. Like a lot of things were happening the whole time. So I think it was like perfect. Okay, next is B2B back to back featuring Tinashe. I feel like this is going to be kind of a bop. The sounds are always so fun.
Back to 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 back. I'm fucking tired, but I love it and I'm not complaining. Hey Tinashe, wanna do this song? 2 days later got the vocals cut. Oh my god, we really blew the fuck up. Now everybody wants what we got. Cause we made them boom clap, made them get too on. All the way from Los Angeles to France. 10 ans plus tard et toujours en place. Yeah, we work hard, yeah, we work hard.
That verse was so fun. Hey Tinashe, want to do this song? Oh my gosh, because we made them boom, clap, and two on. They were both released in 2014. And they were both like some of their bigger songs. You know, they both kind of are in the space where they're finally getting like the recognition they deserve. Now they're finally both blowing up with Tinashe's like Nasty and, you know, Charlie XCX, her whole Brat thing. So
Away my ass up in these
Ooh.
When they see us out and winning, they get so mad. Now I'm feeling all myself, I don't wanna act back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
I love. I like that they did collaborate because they are both kind of just now getting the recognition that they've deserved this whole time. Next, we have Mean Girls, which I did like this one, on the original one. I really like this one a lot. Featuring Julian Casablancas. Oh, he's the frontman of The Strokes? Oh my god, it kind of has this.
I played this game before, and now you're at my door. I've seen this trick before.
This one's for all the mean girls.
Oh my god, it's like the same song but not. It definitely has a little bit of that like Strokes twang on it.
For the ones that left it now. Oh no, I gave you everything. Understand what you're going through.
This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my mean girls.
Do we have any Mean Girls in the audience here? I feel like we're all kind of a mean girl in some way. Like we all can be. Let's be honest.
Fighting for a hopeless cause. For the abandoned.
So that was a very interesting one. I'm gonna have to like sleep on it. There was just a lot going on. This is what always happens is like I'll react to it and I'll be like, trash, not a big fan. And then like a week later it's one of my favorites. So I don't know. Am I growing me? It was a lot. It was like very overstimulation, which I know kind of this whole album is, but in like a different way. It was just a little too chaotic. Do you know what I mean? The next one is something I'm excited about because I think about it all the time, featuring Bon Iver, or is it Iver? Bon Iver? Bon Iver. I'm stupid. Anyway, this is like one of her more deep songs on the original album, and it's her thinking about like, you know, her next chapter she's supposed to have in her life or whatever. So I think him being on this is like perfect because he just has such a like deepness to his vocals and music. I think it's gonna fit in very well with what this song is. Oh, it's a little bit more upbeat than I thought.
Why do you search your heart?
Ooh, kind of giving like 80s pop. I'm obsessed with that. When did it get so hot? I'm obsessed with that.
First off, you're bound to the album. Then you're locked into the promo. Next thing, 3 years have gone by. Me and George sit down and try to plan for our future. But there's so much guilt involved when we stop working. Because you're not supposed to stop when things start working.
It's a hard place to be in.
But I was scared to run out of time.
Her singing I Found Love Baby, like that was kind of giving vocals, Charlie. No, that would be such a hard place to be in because it's like things are finally really popping off for her. Like she's always had a successful career, don't get me wrong, but now it's almost just like she's in this new space, like this new level of fame and success. Now she's like in her early 30s. So this is the time where like women have to kind of decide, do I want to, you know, settle down and like start like popping out kids, or do I want to freeze my eggs? Like there's a lot of like decisions that are having to be made, I'm sure. And with George with the 1975 too, I'm sure they both relate to the fact that like they both get that guilt, like she said, when they stop working. She says, but there's so much guilt involved. She says, me and George sit down and try to plan our future, but there's so much guilt involved when we stop working because you're not supposed to stop when things start working. Ugh.
Exactly the same, but I'm older now. And I got even more stress on my body. So, we had a conversation on the way home. Should I stop my birth control? Because my career still feels small in the existential scheme of it all.
But we're going to bring it back to the... Wow. There was definitely more layers to that version than the original version. They're both like good in their own way. But like I feel like the original version felt a little bit more personal, like when I'm listening to it. Next one is 365 featuring Shygirl, British singer-songwriter, rapper, and DJ from Southeast London. Ooh.
365, there you go. 365, there you go. There you go. 365, there you go.
Oh my goodness! It already stink! Oh my!
There you go, there you go, there you go. When I'm in the club, yeah, I'm loving that. When I'm at the house, yeah, I'm loving that. Loving that. Meet me in the bathroom if you're loving that.
Too hot when I sweat, just lick me. Touch and squeeze in the baseline hits me. Are you gonna ride me harder than the BPM beat match beat? Yeah, I'm loving that.
Gonna jump when it drops when I'm loving that. Dial 999, it's a good time. Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm loving that.
This was so fun. It's like just when you thought 365 like was crazy and like bumping, they like turned it up a notch, you know? This next one is Guess featuring Billie Eilish, and I have heard this one before, of course, because it was a single.
Hey, Billie, you there?
I love that the Dare produced this because I love the Dare.
You wanna guess the color of my underwear?
You want to guess the color of my underwear? Me singing that while I literally wear like grande panties.
You wanna put them in your mouth, pull them all down south. You put them in your mouth, pull them all down south. It might be mixed and send it to the day. I think he's with it.
Oh my gosh, I never noticed that she kind of references the Dare in this chorus. She says, "Where I'm post might remix it, send him to the Dare. Yeah, I think he's with it." Ooh.
I already know what
Ooh.
you got going on down
How do you
there.
know?
It's the basic only if you're with it.
Oh, such a good song. Honestly. You want to guess what me and Billie have been texting about? We've been disrespectful. Okay. Still trying to guess the password to my Google Drive. Are you obsessed with me? You want to guess the address of the party we're at? You know you're not invited. You want to guess if we're serious about this song. So good. Honestly, I don't listen to this remix as much as I should. And just listening to it again, it gave me chills. And I'm like, ugh. Like with the bridge where they're just repeating guess, like it goes so hard. And for what? All they're doing is repeating guess. The melody and like the beats are just like they're vibing. The beats are beating. It's happening, you know?
Hey, Billie, you there?
You wanna guess the color of my underwear? You wanna
really
know
good.
what I
Spring Breakers featuring Kesha, which this is so exciting because this one came out, I think, after the original launch of their remix album. Ooh.
Hi, it's me, you're all in danger. Never get invited cause I'm such a hater. Go on the detonator. Every time I make it so outrageous. Always gonna listen to people playing safer. 4, 3, 2, 1, see you later. Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh my god, Kesha's about to come in.
Ooh, these bitches we type. Art is not a competition. Wish they could be OG, they not. With the gang, cause I'm Kesha, bitch. Making me sick, nominated. All the motherfuckers better be praying. Singing my song, singing along. TikTok, bitch, till the kingdom come. Give them a hit, they can eat shit. Shook on my name when you suck on my dick.
Hi, it's me, you're
I fear she kind of ate with that verse. This is Kesha $ Kesha. This is not praying Kesha. This is TikTok Kesha. This is like Kesha with a $.
crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers. Gonna go spring breakers.
Love me and Charlie, we the party girl guys. Party girl guys. I'ma go psycho, I'ma go killer.
Honestly, Kesha is like the OG party girl, to be honest. Oh my god, and it's so refreshing to hear Kesha with auto-tune. So nostalgic to me to hear Kesha with the auto-tune. She's perfect for the Brat remix album. Kesha is.
It's me, you're all in danger. Never get invited cause I'm such a hater.
That was so good. I'm truly gagged. I was not expecting that Kesha remix to be that good. What is that? 17 songs we just went through. This was my initial reaction. So we do have to talk about My top 5, it's hard because obviously, like, the ones I already know are gonna place higher. We'll do an overall top 5 remixes, and then I'm gonna share my top 5, like, new remixes that I hadn't heard before this point. My number 1 remix is Talk Talk featuring Troye Sivan. Number 2 is Von Dutch. Number 3 is Guess featuring Billie Eilish. Number 4 is Girl So Confusing. I would say number 5 is Spring Breakers featuring Kesha. And then if we're taking out the ones that I already knew about, which is like 1 through 4, number 1 for like a new rankings, my favorite one was Spring Breakers featuring Kesha. B2B featuring Tinashe. 3 would be Apple featuring the Japanese House. 4, Sympathy is a Knife. I think Club Classics featuring BB Tricks. I think that was a pretty good one too. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. What was your favorite new remix that you heard, or like what are some of your favorite remixes? This remix album should be studied, and I know it's being studied currently, so I need to go catch up on some content. Thank you guys so much for listening to this or like tuning in for this reaction. I hope you guys continue to have a Brat autumn. Very excited to see what comes next with Miss Charlie. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.